Hello, guys, and welcome to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest as usual. We start with Manchester City midfielder Bernardo Silva, as it has been reported that the Barcelona target could leave Man City if a good offer arrives. The player wants a Spain move. He wants to go to Spain by all costs. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about Sergio Busquets, it has been reported that the Barca midfielder is leaning towards leaving in the summer. No renewal offer have been made yet. We are also going to be discussing much on that. So guys, before we get right into the full story, please do ensure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. A recent report from The Athletic has put out a comprehensive report on the future of each Manchester City player. Rocked by João Cancelo's loan move to Bayern Munich, Man City are facing a difficult situation. The team is compounded by lack of morale, which in turn has led to speculations over the future. Some of the stars, including Bernardo Silva. The Portuguese international has been heavily linked with a move to Barcelona for quite some time now. The Catalans were in contention to sign the player in the summer, but they were able to come up with a lucrative offer. The Athletic has now offered an update on Silva's future, suggesting the playmaker will leave Etihad Stadium if Manchester City receive a good offer for him next season. The Premier League giants have no illusion over Silva's long-term stay at the club. They are aware of the fact that the playmaker wants a new challenge elsewhere after a hugely successful time in England so far. He favors a move to Spain in particular. Barcelona are no doubt expected to be in the mix to sign the former AS Monaco starlet in the coming summer. But luring him to Camp Nou will still be a major challenge for Barca, especially with Man City likely to hold out for a fortune. Bernardo Silva, after all, has been one of the club's top performers in recent years. He is highly rated in the Manchester City camp due to his creativity and ability to offer technical and tactical versatility in the final third. Not to mention, Barcelona could face stiff competition from Paris Saint-Germain in the race to sign the Man City superstar. The French Giants had entered the race to sign the player last summer, and it will be interesting to see whether or not they'll rekindle their pursuit at the end of the season. The issue of Bernardo Silva is still looming large. Barcelona continue to be linked with the player, and the player, from all indications, wants a move to Barca. The player is, wants to leave City, and probably end of this season, might be he'll be even more pushing to leave. We quite remember last summer, Barca were so linked with Bernardo Silva, but the move did not go through because of financial reasons. Barca signed 5 quality players, and definitely there was no more money, because we quite remember the use of economic levers helped us a lot to bring in the Lewandowskis, the Rafinhas, and so on and so forth. And of course, despite showing a lot of interest in Bernardo Silva, that move did not materialize. We all know that City can never give Bernardo Silva cheap. So the price was really huge, because City were even asking 100 million euros, something that was so unrealistic when it comes to Barca. You're looking at our financial health. We can't afford that, and of course the La Liga issues as well will also be very, very a disturbing factor. So that have not ended the links that Barca have with Bernardo Silva, as the player continues to show interest to move to Spain to play La Liga. He wants a new challenge. From all indications. I think if he comes to Barca, it all depends, which means Barca must sacrifice one of the midfielders. We have Pedri, Frankie de Jong, Xavi. I don't think any of those guys will want to sit on the bench all season because of Silva. So definitely, I think Bernardo Silva coming we have already those kind of players, except something happens to one of our midfielders, But it's going to be very difficult. Bernardo Silva is a top quality player. I've seen his his exploits at Manchester City. He's a player that is a Barca style of player that Xavi likes a lot. Had it been players like Frankie de Jong was not here again, definitely that would still be a very, very good replacement. We all know that Barca had an agenda, even though Laporta will never go to the media and say that's how it was. Like when we always heard about Frankie de Jong going to link with United and Chelsea and so on and so forth last season, the plan was if Frankie de Jong leave, then probably Barca could have made it even easy to bring in players like Bernardo Silva, because the price tags were almost similar, but it wasn't meant to be, as Frankie de Jong stood his ground and said, "Look, I'm not going anywhere. I want to succeed at this club." And here we are. We are seeing how Frankie de Jong is doing what he does best. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, Barcelona have two captains whose contracts expire at the end of the season. Indeed, both Sergio Busquets and Sergio Roberto are in the final year of their respective deals, and their futures could be headed on opposite directions. Recent reports suggest that Roberto has received an offer for a one-year extension with an additional one-year optional and is close to signing that contract. However, as per Gabriel Sanz of Mundo Deportivo, Busquets, unlike Roberto, is yet to be offered a new contract by the club, and the first captain of the team is leaning towards leaving the club at the end of this season. While there have been some preliminary contact between the Blaugrana and the player's agent, a formal offer has not yet been tabled by the club. Busquets is also yet to discuss the matter with his representative, as per the report. It is further stated that the 34-year-old is maintaining his stance of wanting to try a new challenge in the MLS, where Inter Miami are waiting to snap up his services. Busquets' current salary is a problem for Barcelona, who need to produce their wage bill by around 150 to 200 million euros by next season. Even if he takes a pay cut, the Catalans could still find it tough to fit his salary within their wage budget. So uncertainty continues to loom over the future of the former Spanish international. And amidst all this, Inter Miami are confident of securing his services in the summer. Busquets recently reached the 700 appearance mark for Barcelona and has been in good form of late. But with his contract situation yet to be resolved, the midfielder could be on the move soon, despite Xavi's wishes of retaining him for another season. Honestly, Busquets leaving this club will be a good thing. I think Busquets have really reached a level where he needs to leave. I don't see no reason why Xavi will always try to push Busquets to stay. His contract came to an end. Why is it like we can't move on without Busquets, according to Xavi Hernandez? We can't do that. And it's also very funny to me to see Sergio Roberto trying to extend his contract, as multiple reports today have come out saying that Barca have offered him a contract and he is close to signing it. I don't think many fans will welcome that. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye for now.